hello, everybody. How are we feeling? It is day 3 of our Showbiz Intensive tonight. And when I tell you I am fired up, I literally just got out of a coaching call and I am excited to be here. I hope that you guys can hear me well and see me well as well. I'm just making sure that everything is all set up. Hello, people. How are you doing? I'm super excited, looking forward to connecting with you guys tonight. I'm seeing the comments. Hey, Nicole. Nicole said, I hope you all are having a good evening and ready for these gems. Nicole, listen, I hope everyone is ready. Hey, Kaniqua. Hi. How are you guys doing? Let me just make sure that I'm live on Instagram. I am so excited. Hey, Eve. Hey. Listen, I literally just skedaddled out of our call for tonight, but I'm so excited to be here. You said you sound great. Thank you, Eve. Hey, Anthony. Hey, y'all. It is so good to see you guys here. Super excited for all that we are going to cover. Hey, Cole. Hey, friend. It's so good to see you. Listen, guys, today is about to be juicy. We're going to get into some goodness. I'm so excited. I feel like I am just super relaxed and cozy. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, y'all. Hey, Nicole. Listen, it is such a pleasure to be here with you tonight. I'm super grateful. My husband is in the comments. And so if you have any questions between both him and I, we're going to make sure that you get answered. Hey, hello, Carmelita's Restaurants. I love that name. Your name, you have my mom's name in your name. I love that. Hello, hey, Judy. Hey, Migs. Oh my gosh. Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you. We have so much to cover. We have so much goodness to get into. We're going to get into all the things. If you are looking to start a live show, you're in the right place because I'm going to cover some goodness with you guys today, especially if that's something that you've been thinking about or you have on your mind. P.S. I also posted a live video today. Not a live video, but a video today on the channel. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Of course, we're going to speak about all of the things that we're going to recap a little bit because we've been here for 3 days. So if this is your first day with us, make sure you check out the first day that we have been here. We had day 1, day 2. Kaniqua said, I decided my live stream days and times since I was yelling at you guys. I was really yelling. I know I was yelling, Kaniqua, but I'm so happy to have you here. Let me see. Hey, Sharonda. Hello. It's so good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here and listening to me sharing the coolest tips. Kaniqua, I can't wait to hear your date and time. Commitment much? Yes. Right? Let me see. Okay. All right. So this is what I really want to get into today. So let me make sure I have my screen set up, you guys, because listen, we got into all of the goodness yesterday, and I want to make sure that we are recapping that and jumping into all of the things that we need to jump into. Of course, guys, today I'm also going to speak to you about our live challenge. So if this is something that you feel like you need a little bit of support with and you want to understand on an even deeper level how a live streaming can serve you and all of the things that you need to have in place, I'm going to talk about that as well. Okay, Kaniqua said her show is going to be Mondays at noon. I love that. Kaniqua, I'm looking at Mondays too because we did a test stream on Monday, and I feel like Monday is a day where a lot of people aren't streaming or anything, and the door is wide open. The door is wide open. Um, okay, yes, please do check out our previous days, Maria. It is so good, and it's all. I see you're over on Instagram, so it's all on Instagram. If you want the full experience, you can check it out on YouTube as well. Media said, I purchased the Hollyland Lyra based off of your review, and I have been using it for my live streams. Oh my gosh, congratulations. I love that you are using it. Are you loving it? That camera is really good. I have a video where I tested it against my usual camera, which is what you're seeing, and the results were interesting. I've been loving testing things, guys. So that is something that I have been really enjoying. So let's jump in to the back end of it all. Of course, I'm going to remind you guys that Canva is what I use and love. Who here uses Canva? I want to know because I love Canva. I'm not going to lie. I love me some Canva. Okay. And so whenever I'm presenting, it's always the thing that I love using. So, of course, I got to ask you guys if you can see my screen. You guys know you run the show. I'm just here. This is your world. Okay. I'm just in it. So I want to know, can you guys see my screen? You guys are completely in charge of everything around here. So I got to wait for y'all to make sure that I am on the right track. All right. Okay. So I think that you guys can, hopefully, you can see me, hear me, and all the things. And so today, we're going to speak about how to ensure that you're able to get the correct eyes on your show before you start. I'm seeing my Canva people. I love it. Love it. Love it. So, listen, tips for this workshop. We have some OGs in here who have been around for the past 3 days. They already know how the show runs, they already know how we do this. But of course, I got to share it for people who haven't been here with us before. Right? I want you to get the most out of your out of your workshop time with us. Right? And so you are in the Brave on Video studio, friend. You're here with your, studio peers. We're all creatives. We are all entrepreneurs. We are in here and we are working together. Okay. And so whenever you're in the Brave studio, I want you to remember that you are the bravest, boldest, best version of yourself, even when you don't feel like it. Right. And so when you're in here, you got to think outside of the box. You got to think like you're already doing the thing, not like, oh my gosh, this thing is so hard. Think like you're already doing it. You're already in flow. You're already committed. And this is a part of your daily life. This is so easy as long as you embrace it. I want you to pay attention so you don't miss a beat. If you were here for the past 2 days, then you're connecting the dots already. Some people weren't here for the past 2 days, and so they will have to go back and look at day 1 and look at day 2. And when I tell you everything connects and it is a full, juicy masterclass for free, it's really good. I want you to go back and take notes. You could play back, you could rewind, you can do all the things, but I want you to make sure that you go through the 3 days. Now, if you don't know who I am, hey guys, hey, I am Zaylee Barclay. It is so good to meet you. I am a video content creation coach. I am a camera confidence coach. I love helping you show up on camera, make more money, and completely change your life. Well, Zaylee, why? It is my passion. I believe that we were all placed here with special gifts and talents that we have to share with the world, right? And if you don't share it with the world, you remain feeling uncomfortable, unsure. You feel like you just are not reaching that peak that you're supposed to. You feel shifty, uncomfortable. You know that you are meant for more. And you're sitting down in your seat right now and you're probably like, you know what? I'm picking up what she's putting down. If you feel like you've been feeling this way, but you don't know what you need to do to get where you're going, that means you need to start something. You need to share something. You need to say something. You need to get it off of your chest. I am here to be your guide through that journey because I believe that we all have something really important that we need to share on camera. Okay. I've been doing this for so many years. I've been helping people to get on camera, learn how to sell on camera, create products, courses, create all the things on camera. Okay. And so that is my goal and vision for you today, to usher you into your next best self on camera. We're speaking live streams today. It has changed my life. I told you guys that I have completely changed my life. I used to be a babysitter and, in college. And then I started working in mortgage banking. I left mortgage banking, went back to babysitting because I had more time to do what I wanted to do, which was change my life by creating content in the online space. I've been in the online space for over a decade. I didn't just get here. I've been speaking about video content for that time as well. Okay, so I'm not teaching you anything that is trendy or unstable or any of those things. I've been around the block and I've seen the block change and grow and come back around and all of the things. I'm in tune with all of these these things. And so I'm happy to have you here with me. I have worked with so many brands by just getting on camera, and I do not have a audience of 1 million followers or subscribers, right? So I have changed my life and I've changed the lives of other people. And if you're here today, I can completely change yours. You've probably seen me on websites. You've probably seen me in different places in the online space. A lot of people do know me from Think in Color, which is a conference, a virtual conference that I co-created with Thinkific years ago. We did it for 5 years. It was one of the best conferences in the online space. A lot of other conferences and summits also modeled after Think in Color. And we also hosted an accelerator, which was an 8-week accelerator after each conference each year. And so if that's where you know me from, let me know. But, if you know, you know. Now, on day one, we spoke about what we mean when we speak about online shows or online live shows. We also spoke about the 5 types of profitable online shows and why you should start your own. Why is it, especially in 2026? Like, what? We also spoke about the business or the breakdown of business when it comes to online shows and what a show can do for your business or your brand, if that's something that you have been thinking about, right? Day 2, we covered 2 major C words and what they really mean for your online show. They're very important. Who was here yesterday? How did you feel when I started speaking about those C words? Okay. We also went through a checklist for researching and validating your show in 10 minutes, literally. And we spoke about the one thing that could change how you look at having your own show forever. Day 1 and day 2 are available. Before I take them down, make sure that you make the time to go look at them because I will be taking them down. Okay. Now, today we're looking at a special case study, right? So you can understand what being prepared to show out is. Okay. And then we're going to speak about how to create content that puts you in a winning place. I'm going to share my personal workflow as well. And then I'm going to speak about my specific formula for creating your online show, your starting point or your foundation, right? Hey, Carolyn. All right, guys. So I want you guys to recap some thoughts with me, please. I want us to recap what you're thinking about starting your own show or starting to go live or live streaming. Like, what comes up for you? And I want to talk about the good ones and the not so good ones, right? So I am going to get back to FaceTime. This is FaceTime, y'all. Screen time and FaceTime. We're back to some screen time because this is your show. And I would love for you to tell me just some things that you think about when you hear me speak about a live show. I know we covered some of it yesterday, right? And so when I think about it, I know some people are like, well, oh my gosh, Sally, I'm new to all of this. It probably feels like a bit like, oh my gosh, like this feels like a lot. I want to, but I'm a little bit nervous. Or maybe you're afraid of success. What if everyone sees my live streams or live shows daily? What if I go viral? What happens? What am I going to do if all of this kicks off? Let me know which feeling kind of resonates with you. Or, Zaylee, what if no one is looking at my show? What if I set up to go live and then there is no one? Okay. That happens to me sometimes and I flow with it. Okay. I've learned how to present a show and people come back after for that replay and they're eating it up. And then I'm like, wow, what if I just decided no one is here, so I'm not going to go live, which is what happens to a lot of people. What is it for you? Right? When you think about having your live show, because we demystified some things last night, but when you think about it now, what is coming up for you? What are you thinking about? Or are you in a place where you're like, girl, you taught your butt off for the past 2 nights and I am just excited. Okay. So Journey to Wisdom and Wealth said, what if no one comes? That is a really good question. So here's what I would love to share about that. That has happened to me a few times. And the beautiful thing about doing a live show on YouTube is that if that happens, they watch the replay. People usually watch your replay. Sometimes I have replays that pick up and gain numbers. And I'm like, wow, what if I didn't do that? Like, what if I decided I'm just gonna shut it down because no one shows up. Now, if you are nervous about that, what you can do to ensure that everything will be okay is have something that you want to share and talk about before. So when people think about a live show, they think it's like improv. I'm going to get on and I'm going to feed off the energy of the audience. And that is sometimes the worst thing that you can do, because then you'll come on and if no one is there, you'll be like, well, girl, I'm out because nobody's here. But if you have like at least 3 to 5 points that you want to talk about, you can talk about them. You can expand on them. You want to prepare for your show, even though you'll have some shows that are chill. As you start garnering an audience, you can just come on live and hang out as if you're streaming. But if you do have a show that is intentional, you can pre plan your topics, deliver your content. When you're doing your show, you speak to the replay viewers. You keep speaking to them, keep connecting with them, keep asking questions. And in that replay, usually people will come on. Second thing, when you feel like, if you're like, okay, Zaylee, I'm nervous that nobody is going to come on. If you pre-plan your show, like I said, you can actually upload that into, there are so many different platforms. There's Riverside, which I have a video on my channel about today. There's Descript, there's Opus Clip. You can put that live stream into one of those platforms and it chops it up. And then you put that on Shorts. You have so much content and content ideas and assets coming out of that live show. Right. So let me know if that makes sense. So, okay. Anthony said, did I shave? Appearance. Will anyone watch? What is the off ramp to go out on a high? Okay. I hope I understand this correctly. Anthony, this is really good. Did I shave? Ooh, if you know that you're going to go live on Mondays at noon with Kaniqua, then on Sunday, you got to take care of that for Monday. So my goal for you after watching this is to completely change your life by showing up in this way. Now, what this helps to do is garner community, right? Because that's one of the things that we spoke about. I'm not going to say when we spoke about it, but we did speak about it. So if you missed it, make sure you go back and watch the videos. But also, you're making this a part of your life. It's a part of your commitment, right? So you already know I stream on Mondays. So Sunday, I want to get myself together so that I'm great for Monday, right? So I want you to think about it like that. Let me see what else you said, Anthony. Did I shave? Will anyone watch? I addressed that before. Right. And so what is the off ramp to go out on a high? Ooh, what do you mean by that? What do you mean? I would love to know. I'm going to wait till you answer, but I'm going to answer someone else. What if no one comes? Sharonda, I answered that one. Tell me how you feel about that answer. Tell me if you have questions about that, because your goal is to repurpose your content after your live stream as well. But when I used to teach this years ago, it was not yet called clipping, but now they call it clipping. Right. So that's something good to know. Okay. Cass Young. Hey, Cass Young. I'm just excited. Cass, what are you excited about, girlfriend? Tell us. I want to know. Journey to Wisdom said, how long should a show be, or should a live be? Is there a time limit? There's no time limit specifically. I like to say sometimes when you're live, people will come in and out. So, it really depends on your goals. If you have a business goal that you want to accomplish and I only have 10 minutes to go live today, you can do that. If you are looking for more people and more traffic, the longer you stay live, people will shuffle in and out, to be honest, right? So you can kind of gauge it based on that. There is no like long or short of it all. I would say a good 10 to 20 minutes is like a sweet spot if you don't have a lot of time. And mentally, that helps us show up as well. If I know I'm going to be live for 10 minutes, but then I get on and I'm enjoying myself and I'm, talking to people and things like that, that might change. But yeah, basically, you can think about it like that. Media said, I write out an outline for my live shows. Exactly. That is the thing to do. And if you're struggling with that, we are covering that in our live challenge as well. I'm literally giving you my full blueprint on how I run my shows. Stony Grandma, hey, she's back. My biggest drawback for lives on YouTube is showing up on all schedule. I'm used to doing pop-ups on TikTok when my energy's up and I have a concept that is bubbling up. I mean, but if you're thinking about, okay, and I know not everyone wants to hear this, we can operate by energy or we can operate by our goals, right? And of course it depends on where you are in life and in your business and what your goals are. So I have seasons where I have growth goals, and when I have those growth goals and I'm looking to either grow my business, grow my email list, if I'm looking to launch something, I know in that season, whether I like it or not, I'm going to have to stick by a schedule. Also, you can think about your live shows as seasons as well. Like you have a specific season or a specific time where you're live weekly, right? Or a specific time where you're not live. Like, you can take breaks as well. Obviously, you really, really think about what your goals are in what season. If your goal is to grow, you're going to have to commit. If you're an athlete and your goal is to get onto a specific team, you're going to have to train for that. And so, of course, we're all afraid of that commitment. And like, what if I don't show up? But it really depends on what your goals are. So that's really what I would share for that. Let me see, guys. Okay, Journey to Wisdom said, "Great advice, thank you." Shorts. So when you're doing a live show, you don't have to be scrambling to make content. You can make additional content, but imagine having so much content that you're able to transcribe your live streams, make carousels. You can also cut it up and make shorts. There's so many things you can do. You can invite someone on the show. You might have a moment where someone says something crazy and you want to repurpose that moment. There's so many things that you can do with a live stream. If you feel shy, you can use a software where you can have someone else come on with you and hold you accountable. There's so many things that you can do. Okay. Anthony said, when do you know your show is ready for its end? 1 year, 2 years, etc. You know what? That's a really good question, Anthony. I feel like that's personal to everyone. Everyone might have a different reason or season. So that is one. You can, like I said before, like you can have seasons for your show as well, or you can have because I believe life is cyclical. And so I feel like there are some times where, that the first half of the year, I'm going to do 12 live shows, right? So I'm going to do a live show per week for 12 weeks. There's so many different ways that you can think about this. This is your show. Like you get to create it, you get to recreate it, you get to do things differently. Of course, when life is changing and shifting, you might have a new show idea. You might have gone through an experience where you're like, oh my gosh, I want to do something differently. The thing I want you to remember is there's skills that you can learn if you do it. Live streaming is a skill that you can build and make a lot of money from. And I'm not telling you because I'm guessing. I'm telling you because I know it's absolutely true, right? For me, whenever I go live, I make money. And I tell you guys that all the time, which is even why I launch my camera confidence cards. Whenever I go live, I make money. Anytime I go live, I make money. So it's not an if and or a but. I'm being really honest with you guys. Jamie said, how long should the live be? Jamie, were you here when I answered that before? Let me know, because I did answer that just now. Faye said, should we show up no matter how many people are on the live? Correct. And repurpose by clipping for shorts. You can repurpose by writing a blog post based on your transcript. You can repurpose by making carousels out of that transcript. 2 things. You can repurpose that audio if you have a podcast. 3 things. You can also make shorts. 4 things. You can do so many things with your live transcript. You can compile them and write a book from. You know why, guys? When you're live, you get the most authentic version of yourself. You get to explain ideas in a way that is absolutely insane. You get to connect with community. You get to see what problems people are actually having versus what you think people are struggling with. You get to connect with people in a whole different way. And that is one of the coolest things. So I do want to say that. Okay. Now, before I jump into that, of course, I got to go forward, right? Are you guys feeling the live so far? How are you feeling? We're going to go back to a few screen shares, y'all. And then we are going to jump back into some questions. So don't be shy. Leave your questions and your comments down below because I want to be able to answer them. Okay. Now, again, this is your show. Let me see if let me know if you are seeing the screen. as I get things together on the back end. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper. Today we're diving deeper into online show specifics. Okay, what I want to do is take you along with some bigger shows that have a specific audience, but they are catering to audiences in different places or spaces. Right now, let's talk about the power of the bigger conversation. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, and I think I enjoy it more and more. So, I've been teaching this for so many years, and it is so rich to be able to understand what the bigger conversation is and make sure that you're contributing to it, especially if you are a smaller creator. So, if you're a smaller creator in the comments, this is where the stage is laid for us. So listen, I don't know if you know or if you've been around here. Wendy V. Williams, I love her. I'm from New York City, so I will always love Wendy Williams, right? I've been listening to her for so many years. Even when I left New York City and I moved to Dallas, Texas, looking at her on YouTube at nights was like a slice of home for me. So, of course, we know Wendy had a show, right? And it's going to add up why the reason why I'm bringing up Wendy. And I know a lot of people don't like her, but hey, this is a good example. So Wendy had a show. Her purpose of the show was to, me too, Nicole. I low-key miss it so much. Ugh, I miss Wendy. So she had a purpose for her show. Her show was to bring, how you doing? See, y'all are going to be distracted. Okay. Wendy's show was to bring hot topics to the forefront. I feel like, and I could be wrong, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Wendy's show was one of the first shows where there was a viewing on Fox at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I think they used to run the show again at night for the people that couldn't see it at 11. But I feel like her show was one of the first big shows over on YouTube where they would put the full episode over on YouTube. And then, of course, there was short form content based on that, meaning they would clip segments of the show and create like little shorter segments, right? Which is another thing you can do from your live streams. But the reason why I'm bringing up Wendy is because it is she had a live TV show. And so let's zoom into hot topics for a bit, right? Her people in the audience, they were her studio audience. Obviously, they wanted to know the tea, and people gather for a specific reason. So you have to begin to understand for your live show, your community, what are you talking about and what are those people interested in? Now, the reason why I bring this up into the idea of having a bigger conversation is because a lot of us want to get on and only talk about ourselves. We want to create videos. We want to start a YouTube channel and we only want to talk about ourselves. And the truth is, you will grow if you have something to contribute to the bigger conversation that is happening in your industry, in your space. So if you're in the beauty industry, what is the bigger conversation happening? And it doesn't have to be tea like Wendy. It can be educational. It can be your perspective on something that is happening right now in the beauty space, right? So there's so much that I want you to begin to think about when it comes to that bigger conversation. Literally, Wendy was speaking to an audience who was interested in other people's life. We're curious. Celebrity. She was the first. There's a whole entertainment segment on YouTube now because of the Wendy Williams. Right. So I want to make sure to share that. So when you think about your bigger conversation, what is it? What is that bigger conversation that you can speak to or share about? And I want you guys to answer in the comments, because this is so, so, so important. And I'm just going to go back quickly just to see if I can answer some questions for you guys. Let me see. So Journey said, I am loving this. Thanks for taking the time, because I'm trying solo to incorporate this into a membership platform. Ooh, Journey, that is interesting. And of course, I'm so happy that you're here with us. And I'm also curious, like, ooh. Sony Grandma said, thank you, Seasons Work. I'm working on sitcoms for my channel. I can hit hard for a few. Exactly. It's about the goals, right? It's really about your goals. I love that you shared that. Sharonda said, is it more effective to do a live series or single standalone lives? I think your live naturally turns into a series if you're speaking to a bigger conversation, or if you're thinking about topics that are happening in your industry and you want to talk about them and share about them, or if your show is about around something specific, right? So if it's around cakes and baking, then like what's going on in that space? What's the most popular trendy cake right now? What are people interested in? What are tools that we can use for baking? There are so many things that you can create around that topic that it kind of ends up mimicking a series, but you can definitely do a series as well. I think that when you think about a standalone live stream, you definitely can, along as long as it's under your umbrella, like your industry umbrella. And I'm just giving examples, guys, so just keep that in mind. Okay, let me see. Main platform is Facebook, but I'm getting nothing, making zero money. How long have you been doing it? I have so many questions. Like, how long have you been doing it? Why did you choose Facebook? That's another good question. I would love, love, love to know. Legacy and Len said, this is good. Thank you for being here. You've been here all 3 nights, Legacy. I appreciate you. Okay, let me see. Woo-hoo. Quickly, I'm seeing all the, how you doing? Okay, she was messy but definitely entertaining, Nicole. I agree. I definitely was sitting with her like, okay, let me see. Yes, see, Cole has it here. Wendy had video shorts before shorts were shorts. I agree. I agree. Okay. And even when I think about her, um, I'll break that down a little bit, like the monetization of the show itself. Okay, Anthony said one bigger conversation: growing digital divide globally, tech literacy, communities impact, wealth in all forms, health, mental and physical. Okay, there's so much to unpack there because I feel like each of those segments have their own big conversations happening. Right? If that makes sense, Anthony. Like, what's going on with health and wellness right now? What is a conversation happening about mental health right now that everyone is paying attention to? Like, for example, a big conversation that people are paying attention to. My cousin actually sent me a video today, and I feel like I've seen this conversation happening in different places. Where, and no shade to the smokers, because hey, get down how you get down. But there are now studies for mental health linking smoking to schizophrenia. Right. I'm not going to say smoking what, because I don't want to say any buzzwords for YouTube. But yeah, think like, when you think about specific conversations, that's what I'm referring to. So, what bigger conversations are you speaking about? Like, I want you to get specific on your bigger conversations. That's why I'm bringing them up. So, for example, in Wendy's world, Kim Kardashian is a topic, and what the Kardashians are doing is a bigger conversation that everyone is interested in. So, when you have a bigger conversation, that means other people are already talking about it, are interested in it. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Are you? Are you? Hey, Dominique. Safe flight, girl. I want to make sure you guys are picking up what I'm putting down for sure, because it is so good for you to understand. Hey, Carolyn, it's so good to see you. Our challenge actually starts in February. So this is our intensive where I made you guys do a bunch of work to start figuring out your actual show, right? Okay, so I want you guys to really, really think about that. Okay, so now I'm going to get back into sharing. Okay, Cole said we can read between the lines. Thank you for answering that. And Anthony, let me know if that makes sense too. So, all right, I'm about to head back. And what I really want you guys to think about is, hold on, y'all, let me get back to the Googles. All right, we're back with Wendy. So I want to talk about monetization and how Wendy monetized her show. So first of all, she was an executive producer, of course, just like you. You're sitting here in the audience and you are an executive producer. You just have to start. Right. Second thing is ads, obviously, gosh, I forgot the word I was going to use, but ads is always a thing, right? Because people want specific ad spaces on specific shows because they know the demographic or the audience that is watching at that time, right? Yes, Journey, go back and watch the other lives. They're so good. And I'm going to take them down. So make sure you look at them in the next 2 days. All right. Now, the other thing is, she also had Trendy at Wendy, which was her picks on things that she loved that she wanted to share with her audience. It's kind of like how Oprah does a list. I can't remember. Or even Oprah's book club. She's picking books that align with her audience that she's probably reading. And of course, when they share it, those are affiliates too. So I want you guys to think bigger. You've been thinking too small about the potential of your show, right? There are people, and we see it more and more. It's crazy that I've been teaching this for so many years. And one thing I'm great at doing is seeing what's going to happen in the future. And so a lot of what I'm sharing here, these are things that we're seeing more and more. There are live shows that we watch on YouTube, Oprah's favorite things. Yes, y'all. See, I'm with my people right now. See, I told you this is your show. Okay? So you guys are reminding me of things. I appreciate you so much. Now, what I want to remind you of is even though these people are quote unquote celebrities, there is a level at which you can do this as well. There's a level at which I do this as well. That's why I'm breaking it down for you. But I want to show it to you on this scale so you can really see. I'm really great at breaking things down like this. And I want you guys to pay attention. Now you're going to walk away and pay attention to people and what they're saying and what they're doing. Each show can make affiliates, right? Also that YouTube money from, putting all of the content on YouTube as well. And it's the same kind of process as well when you think about ads and all of that jazz, right? So I want you guys to think about the leaders in the industry and how they are using multimedia. But when I say multimedia, I also want to preface that I also mean like being on different platforms as well. So even when we think about multi-streaming, one person that is great, and this is an older presentation, so some of these people I I have my thoughts about, but there are shows where you have, for example, Joe Rogan, you have the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club right now, their strategy is literally they recently started to alter the show so that they can fit into different outlets, right? So they are on the radio. That was how they started, right? I'm from New York City. I would listen to them every morning. I've been listening to them for so many years. Then they started doing YouTube videos, right? So they would record the segment and put it up onto YouTube, but they would have the long full segment and then they would also chop up segments for if you don't want to see the long show. Guys, think about it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You're able to do the same thing now with the tools that we have now available to us. Third, which is also why you have to have your topics. You see how knowing where your topics are you okay? Okay, let me keep going. So now they also cut those down into shorts. And now companies are paying actual individuals, right? They're paying individuals to also publish on their own platform. So as you start building your social media, you will get paid to post on your platform as an employee. You can leverage that, right? Now, they started streaming for TikTok, so they do a short form stream now. I don't think they do a long form stream. So they have a stream happening on just like how I'm streaming on YouTube Shorts right now. I'm streaming on Instagram right now. I'm also streaming on Facebook. I'm streaming on my personal page. I'm streaming on my actual page. So that there you go. I am here. I am one person and I have different things going out in different places. And even when I'm done, I can repurpose this however I desire. Right. So I want you to think about that. And so, yeah, there's so much then. Okay. Don't get me started. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So I have a few more people. I also have Don Lemon. He is a great example of all of this right now as well, right? We all know, and I mentioned him before, he got fired from CNN, but Don is multi streaming. He's killing it on Instagram. He's on Facebook as well. All at one time, he's streaming. And on top of that, he has his little segments that he does as well, where he is creating individual content, where he's speaking to people on the street. You can literally, it's just so insane. I mean, I'm sure that he now wonders why he didn't leave earlier, right? He is on fire, absolute fire. So I want to break it down to show you guys, and of course I can get deeper, but I want to be respectful of your time as well. Anthony said, go where the people reside, where the money resides. And that is why it's so important when I tell you guys about topics. I want you to think about what is happening in different spaces right now that people are already interested in. Anthony said, I love how Don and Joy shared how nervous they were to start their live shows. Everyone is nervous, guys. I remember starting to do lives and I used to be petrified. My heart used to be beating out of my chest. I would be so afraid. I would be afraid of trolls. I would be afraid of how I look on camera. What are people going to say? What am I going to say? What if I say a word wrong? What if my Trinidadian accent takes over everything? Yes, I would think about all of those things. Do those things happen? Absolutely, every day. I don't know if any of you were on live with me the other day. And so I was live earlier in the day and the trolls were out and about. Okay. And they were roasting me in the comments. Do I care? No. Did I get paid? Yes. I don't care. But I had to put my reps in to get to this place. I know what my goals are. And those things that used to get in the way before could never get in the way for me now. I'm not even concerned about that. You know what I'm concerned about when I'm doing a live show? Y'all, making sure that I come on here and share value, or I share a perspective that shifts something deep inside of you for you to think differently about this thing that you may not completely believe in yet, but it's completely possible, because I still wake up and can't believe my life every morning, literally, and have done so for the past 10 years. I am so serious. And so that's my only concern. My concern is you guys. I don't care about anything else outside of that. It happens. I used to be afraid of it, but this muscle that I've built, this skill that I've built, the ability to communicate on camera, the ability to prep a show in advance, the ability to find the right tools to share with you, all of those things are skills that I have been building over the years. And to say that I am proud of myself, or to say that if a younger version of me saw me today, they would be mind blown at what we've accomplished. And I know that that is also possible for you, building that muscle, building that skill and that consistency to accomplish what you want to accomplish, right? Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate you so much. But literally, I'm pouring because I want to really pour into the people that are in here in this room right now, in the studio with us, who deserve it, who deserve to think differently. Other people who do this really well, also Myron Golden. Myron goes live at a specific time, I think on Mondays as well, or probably every morning. I haven't tuned in a while, but there are people, and he repurposes as well, and you can do it too. It doesn't mean that you have to have a large team at all. Okay, so let's talk about collaboration and competition. So do you know Jasmine Star? I don't know if you guys know Jasmine Star, but someone that I have admired for such a long time. Okay. Have always loved her. And so we're in the same industry or space. And so Jasmine covers a plethora of things. I know recently she launched a really huge course on launching, but a few years ago, she reached out for me to be on her podcast because why? I was speaking about video content, online courses, camera confidence. I've always believed in that and just sharing that with people. And so she invited me onto her podcast. If you need to check it out if you haven't, but we should all know who Jasmine is, right? Yes, she was an amazing photographer. And so then ended up teaching inside of her programs, right? So I've taught inside 2 of her programs, and it's just been such an amazing experience. Obviously, collaboration always over competition. Not that I could ever compete with her, but I'm just saying, right? She started as a wedding photographer. Yes, absolutely. Next person that I was so honored to work with last year, Amy Porterfield, reached out because people are always looking, guys. So this was such an amazing experience for me because I've been listening to Amy for years and years and years and years, right? She is a giant in the online course space, and she reached out for me to teach her community as well. And so these things come because remember yesterday, what did we speak about yesterday? We spoke about so many things yesterday, but we spoke about competition in a way to where sometimes we feel like somebody's always talking about the thing, so we're not going to talk about it. And go watch day 2 if you have not. And if you feel called to, please rewatch day 2, because we spoke about building your legacy. We spoke about content that is a body of work, like writing a book. Like, how would you do that? By showing up. How would you do that? By pouring and sharing. If there are topics that you see people that are bigger than you covering, why aren't you still covering them? You cannot depend on somebody else's content. Your brain works differently. You are completely different. The way that you operate and think is different. The way that you process is different. The way that you look is different. Somebody needs to hear messages from you, even though they've heard them from other people. And I want you guys to please remember that. It is so important that you do. And so, this is because I'm out there, I am sharing, I'm speaking. I'm not concerned about if nobody's here when I go live. I'm going live. I'm going live at this time. If no one is here live, people will catch the replay. You have to be dialed into your beliefs, your legacy. What are you building? Right? If you're not showing up for it, it will not happen. So I want to remind you guys of that. And so we talk about similar things. And I think this was Jasmine that I was speaking about. She invited me to be on her show based on her online presence. And people will always figure out a parallel where they can include you in your voice to share if you have been sharing. Right. So a lot of times I think about what if I never started. And if you know my YouTube journey, I've had like 4 or 5 channels. But what if I never started? Like, I wouldn't be able to completely shift things for people. Sometimes I am like mind blown, like, oh my gosh, like, did I really make you think differently about this? I have gotten messages to where someone expressed that they wanted to completely end things with their life. I don't want to say that on YouTube, but whatever I was sharing in the moment really helped them to push through. Sometimes God gives you an assignment and you're quietly repeating that assignment to yourself over and over. You got to put the assignment out there because somebody is waiting on you. Right. I remember when I first started my first YouTube channel, I left the video up overnight and then woke up and deleted it. And then I didn't post to YouTube again for many years later. What if I had left that first YouTube channel up? I think about those things. What about you guys? Like, what is a calling that you've been feeling that you've been ignoring or putting to the side lately? Can you share that with me in the comments? I would love, love, love to know. What is something that you can grow or it needs to go bigger, but you've just been not committing to it completely? Or if you've committed to it, you just haven't believed in it fully for a bit. And I know that I'm asking something really personal, but if you feel called to share, I'd love if you do, because you're not alone. That is a lot of us. A lot of people are going through that. I know there's something bigger for me out there. I go to sleep thinking about it every night, but I just can't seem to be consistent enough, to commit enough, right? I've been sitting on an idea for so long, and it's to the point to where I don't even know if I can do it, or I've changed that idea so many times and I keep coming back to that same idea because that's the idea I have in my heart. Let me see. Stony Grandma said, "This is so helping me to think very differently." I'm so grateful that you are here, Stony Grandma. And I love your name. Let's see. Darcel said, Amen. I've been sitting on a podcast for some years, but 2026 is the year. I love that. I love that. Let me see. You guys are so amazing. So amazing. Thank you for sharing that. I know it's not easy to share things like that, especially in the online space, but I do applaud you for sharing. Okay. Let's jump back in, y'all. Let's see. Now, let's talk about how to join that bigger conversation because a lot of us are a little confused about that. Like, Saley, what are you speaking about? So, yesterday we spoke about, you know, understanding your industry and that umbrella, right? So, if you have not listened to day 2, please go back. Okay. And so, when we think about it, hold on, y'all. I feel like my screen is not moving with me. 1 second. Why is that happening? Okay. Let me jump back out and see y'all and then jump back in. If you give me 1 second, I'm going to figure this out. See, that's the thing about live streaming too, right? Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Darcel, you have got this. You can do it. I love you guys supporting each other as well. Journey said, launching my virtual co-working sessions to help people be productive. That is beautiful. That's one of the most beautiful things that you can do, Journey. That is actually how my first membership started. Just hosting people because sometimes we just can't do the thing alone, to be really honest, and so some people need help. Okay, let's see. There you go. Okay, so we spoke about on day 2, we spoke about um understanding your industry and the umbrella and the conversations that are going on. We also spoke about the people who are leaders in your industry. Who are the leaders in your industry? So the first thing is, Journey, if you're doing a virtual co-working space or virtual co-working sessions, who are people or companies that are doing that already in your space? It's so good to know that. And I say that because a lot of times we don't really do market research. Or we're not like, digging into like, let me research this space or industry and see who's doing it really well already. What are they doing? What is their content around? What are their premises around? So, for example, something like that falls under productivity because people can't be productive alone sometimes. Or it could be that they're neurodivergent and, they have ADHD and they need to body double with someone else to get things done. So maybe your conversation is around that so that you're attracting those specific people, right? So you want to be mindful of who are your industry leaders? Who are the people that are killing it? Is there anyone out there that has content specifically around it? Or like, what is their content about? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? Also, who would you be nervous to share a stage with, or who is controlling the conversation? So if you guys can share, I would love that. If you have anything that you want to share or brainstorm in the comments, that would be so awesome because then we can go over it. Now, you want to also understand, where are these conversations happening? Are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? Are they on Threads? Are they across all platforms? You really want to know about that. Also, what are they currently speaking about? What is the hot topic right now, right? We were speaking about Wendy Williams before, but what is the hot topic right now? What are the trending topics that they've been covering? You have to start doing your research. And this is how you make sure that your show is a success, literally. And a lot of people don't know this, or they're not aware of it. And I want you guys to be aware of that. Right? Let's see. Okay, so Journey said she's been researching. I love it. I have a whole journal section, getting ideas and finding out what they offer. That is perfect. Lens and Legacy said, my hands are full with all that I'm picking up. Yes, Ali is such an amazing person. I've met him before. And yes, he focuses on productivity as well. I love this, Sharonda. Sitting on a planner for patients, advocates, and caregivers. So what's the conversation around that right now? What is happening around that right now? It's so good to know, right? Let me see. Planning, time block. Okay, you've been doing your research. I love it. Tiny Experiments is a book in that space. Yes. I don't know if Eve is still here, but Eve told me about that book. Eve is in our membership. She told me about that book some time ago, and I started reading it. I need to finish reading that book, Tiny Experiments, because I think I was just busy and ended up putting down that tiny experiment. Okay. Oh, this is good. Let me see. Zaria said your industry is speaking about how to make money as a beginner. I love that. Using videos. What if you're not being multi-skilled? Are those conversations that are happening for you? I would love to know. Okay, let's go back, y'all. Let's get back into the groove. Okay. So, you want to be aware of those things, and you should screenshot if you feel like the slides has great information that you do want to know, or keep or research later on, right? Also, one thing that you have to do when you're doing a show is have a specific perspective. What do you agree with? What do you not agree with? What do you do differently? I think a lot of times we are scared to pick a side of the fence. And if you are a leader, people are looking for you to lead, right? And if you don't pick a side of the fence that you're on, people will always have to guess what side you're on. So if you have a perspective about something, if you do something differently, like don't be afraid to share that or say it. Right. Also, if you see someone that is doing what you're doing, a great place to find great content is in the comment section, and you can actually address those. And so that is something that I want you guys to think about. Like, are there any questions in the comment section that you can address? For example, for me, I love creating content that's deeper than what I see in the online space. So if someone is sharing something, I want to share why I do this. So a few nights ago, I did a live stream and I shared a formula of how I create content. And I said that content for me is how I plus why. So how I use this camera and why I use it this way. Right. Like I like to think about things in that way, especially when we're thinking about perspectives and such. So you're able to deep dive people's comment sections to find questions that you feel like you're seeing over and over again. Now, part three, my formula for creating the format for your online show. And this is really important because you have to know the purpose of your live streams. What is the purpose of your show? That is something that you have to be really clear on. So in the comments, I would love if you guys tell me, right? What is the purpose of the show that you would love to have? What is it helping people to do? What is it? I see you guys are loving the comment section. Another great place is Amazon. Like if there are books in your industry, go through the Amazon comments too. The reviews will tell you. Yes, Sharonda said, Zaylee, the comment section. Absolutely. There is gold in the comment section. Journey said that is smart checking in with the comment section. Yep, I just launched a series behind the budget calling creating the same concept, I believe. Yep, it is just a gold mine. Let me see. These days I see AI video marketing. Yeah, there's a lot of AI videos going viral. Yep, absolutely. That is a hot topic. I spoke about that yesterday as well. This looks like the template. What template? Okay. Major Effects said, this is so good. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this. Yes, and watch it before I take it down, guys. Definitely. Darcel said, I'm excited. Thanks for the Riverside code. Yay, you watched that video. I'm looking forward to dropping my first intro podcast. Put God First podcast is loading. Come on, Darcel. That is absolutely amazing. Okay. So let's get into the things. Yes. Any thoughts on AI video? I have a lot of thoughts on AI videos. I actually spoke a bit about it in my live stream on Monday. And so I feel like everything has its place, you know? Everything does have its place. That looks like the template. The slide about comments and researching. Oh, what template? Okay, so Stony Grandma said that the goal of her show is to make people forget their troubles, have fun, and be surprised and laugh their butts off. I love that. I love that. Love that. Okay, I am going to get into it now, right? Who else? Hey, PTO Nomad. Hello, hello, hello. What is the purpose of your show? Let me get some more purpose, like reasons for you doing a show, because that is really important. This is really what can craft your show because you need to be very clear. I think a lot of us just want to create content, but we're not thinking about that. How to use videos, AI videos for getting customers and sales. That's not something I do specifically. I'm not there yet. Yeah, it's not something that I am interested in doing either right now. I don't know if my mind will change later on. I feel like I'm not interested in duplicating myself just yet, especially for video. So that is something that I do want to share. Maybe photos, yeah, but not, and still not, I don't know, y'all. I'm not the best person to ask about that. Which live streaming software are you using? Right now, I'm currently using Ecamm Live. Okay, so let's get back into it. So having a purpose is so important, especially having a purpose for your show, right? You want to make sure that you have a purpose for your show. User said to coach people on spirituality and business and life. I love that. I love that. That's a good niche as well. Kanikwa said the goal of my show is to build connection with my audience, get real time feedback on the struggles my ideal clients are having, managing their clients and systems, and providing quick wins and value. That's really good, Kanikwa. Okay. Well, then who are your people? So you have to know who you're serving. A lot of people don't understand their show people. One thing I loved about Wendy Williams is she had an avatar for the type of person that watched her show, and she really knew them to a T. And usually, sometimes your show people are a previous version of you or a version of you, right? So when you think about a live show based on true crime, you already know that those people are curious. They're probably moms. They probably live in, a certain part of the US. They're curious, and I'm just rambling, but they're curious about, you know, things that are happening right now. They're curious about past murders. They probably like history, so who is your actual person? Like, who are your show people? Because I think it's so important that you know, right? Okay, so YouTube has some new AI tools for shorts. We are getting a lot of views using them on shorts. Yes, tools like that, I have no problem with, Stony Grandma. Absolutely. I don't have problems, especially with tools that YouTube is providing for us to use because they will push it. The PTO Nomad said, "I want people to feel seen, validated, to rest and connected using beauty, wellness, travel topics through a cultural lens." I love that. I love that, and I still feel like you can simplify it a bit more, so that when someone reads it, they get it right away. I feel like you can put that in chat and flip it and reverse it a little bit, PTO Nomad. Okay, how to use online videos for online business, moving the needle forward. Are you asking this question, or is this the goal for your show? I want to know, because that could be a good goal. Journey to Wisdom said, helping my single ladies budget and become wealthy on one income while being productive in their lives. I love that. I love that. And when you say that, I can immediately, okay, what I will say, Journey, is I love how specific you are, because I can almost see the person that you're speaking to. And that's how it should feel. When that person reads watches your content, or, they read your tagline, they should immediately identify themselves. Right. And so that is something that I want you guys to think about even more. That is really, really good. Okay. So your people, right? I want you to make sure that you know your people, because that is really, really important. So, who are you helping? Who are you serving? What are you helping them to overcome? And how does it connect to your products and services? Because that's really important as well. If you don't have a product or a service, then you're more than likely depending on the YouTube algorithm to pay you, or YouTube AdSense, sorry, to pay you. Well, and yes, the algorithm. Or you probably have something like merch or something else that you are selling as well. So when we think about the format of your show, like, what is the format? And also, what are you committing to? So Kaniqua said Monday at noon is her show. So what is the plan for your show? What are you committing to? Also, what is the format of your show? Right? Um, yeah. So, what is the format for your show? What is the goal for you? Not goal, sorry. What is the format for your show? When can we watch your show? When is it happening? You want to start thinking about all of these things. What is, let me see, my podcast is about nurturing your spirit and your appetite with food for thought. Oh, that is really good, Darcel. What, like, when is your podcast happening? Like, is it happening pretty soon? Is it going to be on Mondays? What days are you dropping? What time? Like, what are the times that you're dropping? I would love to know too. Like, what is that for you? Also, what is the plan for your show, right? What is the content plan? Give me 5 things that you want to talk about. Make sure you do your research. We spoke about research yesterday. We spoke about topics yesterday, right? So, what is the format of your show? I mean, what is the plan for your show specifically? Also, your show presentation. What are you using to start? Today, I put up a video on my YouTube channel where I reviewed all of the tools that I use and love. And I shared, what it can help you accomplish. And so by the end, I realized that for me, when I look at all the tools and prices, who watched that video? Did anyone watch that video? Riverside showed like you could go live, you could record podcast episodes, you could do so many different things in there, but you can also repurpose with their AI. So they have a co-creator, which is amazing. And they have Made for You, which is they take your live stream and chop it up and do all of the things inside of it. Did anyone watch that video just yet? Let me know if you did. And then your show practice is the last one. When are you going to commit, friend? Right? When are you going to commit? We want to know. Okay, Journey said, I sell a budget template and now want to add the memberships to help the productivity part. 60 minutes, 5 minutes welcome, 25 minutes focus. I love that you have your show plan. 5 minutes break, repeat. And I created a Google form. But is this internal, Journey? This is where my questions come in. Is this internal? Is this a live show externally? I would love to know. PTO Nomad said, honestly, I want to dispel toxic beauty standards and work culture for women. Now that, my friend, is very specific. I love that. Legacy and Lens Media said, I watched it today. Yes. What did you think? Or maybe you commented and I can't remember. Okay. Let me see, y'all. Okay. Awesome. 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 Ooh, Anthony. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, let me tell you. Also, if you're watching and you haven't liked the video yet, please give me a like, guys. I really appreciate if you do. It means the world to me and it lets me know that you're enjoying what I'm putting out there. So if you could give me a like, it's free. I would appreciate that so much. So listen, reasons for having a show in 2026. I think we covered a few reasons over the past 3 days. And when we think about it, everyone is inside and consuming content. The world has changed a lot after 2020. People are always actively, now since before 2020, looking for solutions and information online. And then you can always repurpose video content if that is your main tool, right? I want you guys to remember that as well. And so, I don't know, I want to ask you guys a question. Like, What aspect of your business are you focused on most right now? And the reason I ask this is, are you focused on growth? Are you focused on nurturing people that are already in your ecosystem? Are you focused on traffic, which is growth, bringing more people to you? Are you focused on conversions and making more money with the people that you already have? What is your goal for business right now, especially for 2026? What is your 2026 goal? I would love, love, love to know. I lost my mouse for a reason. I mean, for a moment. Did I hear you say you're using Ecamm tonight, or is this Riverside? Sorry if I'm off topic. This is Ecamm that I'm using tonight. Just because I can do screen shares and such. But I shared about Riverside because not everyone is Mac specific. So Ecamm is Mac specific. And so a lot of people in my audience don't have a Mac. And so I love Ecamm. I use it all the time. But also, Riverside has some of the same capabilities and for all computers. So it's a great alternative, right? I hope that's helpful. Legacy. Okay. Journey said, I've done a few lives on YouTube to put it out there, but the plan is to put it behind a membership paywall. Not sure if I answered the question. Yes, you have. And so let me see. I would love to do growth and conversation. That's the thing. You can have private live streams, but you should definitely do public live streams to bring people into your membership, right? You want to make sure that you're thinking about it in that way, because if you're only doing, or if you have another way to get people into your membership, fine, but live streams is a very good way to do that as well. So if you put it behind a paywall, how are you going to get people into the membership? So that's something that you would want to think about. And if you have that figured out already, then don't listen to what I'm saying. Right? Let me see. Kaniqua said visibility and lead gen. Hello. Yes. Yes, yes. There's so many people out there, right? Okay, let me see. I don't have a business for my life per se. I'm focused on ministry and growing community. Okay, and in the future create a paid offer like a mentorship or coaching program or live events. Yes, that is a good plan. So your goal right now is traffic or building your community or growing your community. I love that. Anthony's goal is revenue and building an email list to 1,000 subscribers who open consistently. I love that, Anthony. That is really good. Darcel said, I'm focused on launching my podcast and having the right equipment. I love that. Let me see. Stony Grandma said, there's a huge shift happening in media and all forms of entertainment. I feel like we have a once in a lifetime opportunity to create and shape the new media. Stony Grandma, you are so right. You are so, so, so right. You are absolutely right. That is absolutely true. Things are shifting and changing. And now is the time to get ourselves involved in that. And you're saying that's why I'm moving to YouTube. It's the best place to create evergreen entertainment. You are so, so, so right. So I asked this already, if your focus is building, marketing, or selling. And a lot of you guys said your focus right now is either building, marketing, and some people are probably selling. Okay, Journey, I see your comment. I'm going to answer in a bit. So when you are live and you're on camera, the beauty is that you can work through selling on camera. You can build your audience through content marketing, of course, and you can sell your products. And video shows up in every aspect of business. So even for me, for example, I do host live streams and Q&As inside of my membership. I have 2 memberships, right? I work with people one-to-one, which is also a lot of fun for me to lend people my brain. I work with brands. I do sponsorships and partnerships. That's another way I work. I even do consulting as well. And so, one thing that always brings people to me is live streams, right? I get on live. Sometimes I sell, sometimes I teach, sometimes, I do different things on here. And it is like I mentioned before, I always make money. Every time I get on camera, I make money, especially when I am live. There's just a different vibe or something completely different. And so you can use live streaming for selling. You can show people your processes. You can build products live with people. People love seeing that. You can also host conversations. You can create content on the go while live streaming. It's such a powerful medium. And I know that you guys are seeing it all the time. I don't have to tell you this. You're seeing people going live all the time. And one thing I mentioned yesterday was you're going to see people more and more, like larger creators, create live shows. More and more people are going to create live shows. I'm telling you guys. I'm not saying it because I am guessing, but people are, right? Okay. So on day one, we covered what it means. Hold on, y'all. Okay. What it means. Oop, hold on. Hold on. My slides are, everything is in the way. Let me move the comments. Okay. So on day one, we spoke about online shows. We spoke about the 5 types of profitable shows and why you should start your own. And we spoke about the breakdown of the business of online shows and what a show can do for your online business. Day 2, we spoke about 2 major C words, like I mentioned before, and what they really mean. If you have not watched these, go back and watch them. They are free. They are on YouTube. If you want the full experience, please go to YouTube and watch them. Okay, if you're on YouTube already, go watch them before I remove them. I also give you guys a checklist for researching and validating your show in 10 minutes. And then the one thing that can change your show or how you look at having your own show, we covered that as well. Tonight, we did a special case study. I broke down how you can create multiple different streams of income from live streaming, even if you're starting small. We spoke about how to create content that puts you in a winning place or space. And we also spoke about my formula for creating your online show, your starting point, or your foundation, right? And so you don't want to be like me years ago, completely confused. You want to have this all together and you want support. I remember being out there alone and nervous about all of this, wondering what equipment to use, what tech to use, what to talk about when I go live and all of that jazz. And so I would love to invite you to my live challenge, but I'm putting my live challenge into our Spotlight Studio membership. So if you know anything about Spotlight, it is all about tech in there. We speak about video, cameras, content creation, all the things. I give you all the behind the scenes of me recording as well, which is so wild for me to share. Now, today you can get into our live streaming challenge, which is happening on February 16th to February 20th. I'm going to give you scripts. I'm going to give you my personal GPT for going live when I'm brainstorming and researching my content. I am also going to give you a full list of topics so you know exactly what to talk about when you do. I'm also giving you my full repurposing process for repurposing your live streams and selling them as well. Thank you for that super chat, Journey. Thank you so much. You are so sweet. And so I would love to invite you into the live streaming challenge. You can join us by either scanning this little code here on the screen, or my husband might be dropping the link pretty soon. Not the waitlist link, Rio, not the one that you dropped, the last one that I sent to you in Slack. So I would love to have you in there. Now, here's the kicker. It is only $97. And after the challenge, you have access to our Spotlight Studio membership for a year. It is $197 to join, but if you join today, you get it for $97. Okay. Imagine doing your live challenge and still having support after. If you want to ask about what cameras, what tools you're using, what lights, and we go live in the Spotlight Studio 2 times for the month to discuss all of your updates and upgrades, or if you have any questions based on your set. We literally sit there and build your set with you. And anyone in here knows that when we get into your set, we get into it. So if you've been looking at my videos and you've been wondering, what's behind the scenes here, we cover it in there as well, right? So Rio has put the link there. So if you want to click on the link and join us, please do. We'd love to have you on the inside. Um, can we ask show setup? What do you mean, Lavita? Can we ask show setup? Tell me what your question is, or maybe I'm misunderstanding it. But I would love to answer you. Okay, let me see what else. What are you guys saying? Let me read some comments while you guys are checking out and joining the challenge. Would love to have you in the Spotlight Studio. Also, every time I do a live stream like this, people want to work with me one to one. They want that one to one experience. If you do desire that, please send me a DM on Instagram. I'm always in the DMs. I'm happy to answer you. If you're watching this on Instagram and you want to join, I think the word is live. Just type in live and you should get the information to join. Let me see. Okay, Lavita, you said typo. Okay, what is your actual question so I can answer? And if you guys have any questions about the live streaming challenge or the Spotlight Studio, let me know. We can definitely answer here as well. Let me see. Will you show your setup? Yes, absolutely. Yep. And I have, so inside of the Spotlight Studio, I should open it and show it to you guys. Inside of Spotlight, you literally get everything. So you also get videos of my setup. I'm always showing you guys behind the scenes in there. Like they're very raw behind the scenes of how I record my content, everything that I'm creating, what I'm using to create, I upload those into the membership as well. So they're kind of crazy. It's kind of like if you've been watching my YouTube channel and you want to see how I create these videos behind the scenes, like the full breakdown of me recording and talking you through my recording and all of that, join because you'll get access to all of that. I'm always putting behind the scenes in there. So you get access to my mini trainings, you get access to some challenges that we have coming out, or if I have a micro training that I'm doing, you get access as well. The price is literally a no-brainer. Okay? So, let me see. And it goes back up to $197 soon as well. I own two businesses, photo booth and catering. Recently, I have invested in the Osmo Action cameras. I'm a seasoned woman, would like to be able to encourage the older generation to create content. I love that. That is very similar to how I feel as well. I just want us to create because we have so much to say and share. And I feel like even my generation, if you don't know, I'm turning 40 in 2 months. I know I probably don't look like that at times, but I feel like even my generation, we are so like nervous and afraid to say things, and we're always looking at the younger generations thinking, oh my gosh, like I want to do what they're doing. Okay, Sharonda said, I'm super techie and I've been wanting to start my show about my health, my tech life, and figuring it out as a 48-year-old Black woman rebuilding after a heart attack or stent. Well, first of all, Sharonda, we are so happy to have you here with us. I love that you're super techie. You're my tribe. And so I'm so grateful that we have you here to share your story and to encourage and inspire others as well. So happy you're here. And you are already in Spotlight. So love seeing you here on the live. Let me see. Journey said, you are welcome. You have me really thinking and I'm loving it. I can do this. You can. You absolutely can. Definitely can. Do you guys have any questions at all? I can stay on for a little bit and answer questions. Checklist for going live. We have a full detailed checklist inside of the challenge if you are interested. But I did provide a checklist yesterday for validating your show if that's what you're looking for. Let me see. Legacy said goals for my podcast this year: build rapport, confidence, and trust through consistency and transparency. And you're going to do it. You're going to do it. Claim it. Claim it. Okay. PTO Nomad said visibility, product development, and nurture. I need to figure out how to mold my community over all social media channels and get them converted to my email list, membership portal, and on YouTube and Twitch. Yes, you need to. That would be amazing for you, actually. Let me see. Journey said, I don't know. That's why I'm here. And that's why I offered the free live first. Oh, girl, there's so much strategy to that. But yes, you would definitely need to do some at the forefront and then invite people, send help. Um, yeah, and I wanted to share that because a lot of people want to put everything behind a paywall and they have no idea of how they're going to keep attracting people on the forefront, and you got to make sure you have that all together. Okay. Legacy said, what if I miss one day between the 16th and the 20th? I have an event on the night of the 20th. We always have a replay happening. So you will get access to all replays, so that you'll have everything that you need. And on top of that, I also have so many other resources. I'll give you a peek inside of the membership in a little bit. Let me see. Stony Grandma said we are in our 70s. Wow. Our main audiences are young people. Turns out young people love old people. We do. We absolutely do. And we have so much to learn from you guys. Levita said, I have a product based business e commerce brand and I'm struggling with the show concept. Ooh, I have ideas for you, Levita. I know I can do the QVC TikTok live concept, but I just don't know. Downloaded Ecamm last month. Yes, there are so many things that you could be doing. I have like so many things in my head that you could be doing for sure. Yes, Legacy, welcome. Welcome to the Spotlight Studio. We would love to have you. And I wanted to say as well, my husband and I coach in their live together as well. Let me just also run through. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure I'm running through this as well. And if you're joining, like, let us know so that we can welcome you. So, first of all, let me just run you through our page, right? So, this is our page for the Spotlight Studio. When you check out, this is the page that you will hit when you click that link that Rio dropped down below. And so, we are having this live challenge, but when you pay, you also get access to us. To our membership as well. This is where we speak tech, we speak like all of the things that you could think about that comes along with creating. And of course, I will have all of my setups. I already have like everything in there that you need. I'll give you a little walkthrough after. But like it says here, it's the only creative community where your tech questions get answered, your content gets better, and showing up on video feels like magic. We don't want you overthinking in there, right? So you have 4 days to join us, and just reminding you, okay, yes, okay, Rio has pinned the link, right? But just want to show you, like, in there, we're literally working along with you to improve your set and setup as you go. This is the amazing Tanisha Halstead. She is one of our actual BOV members, which is our other membership, the Brave on Video membership. P.S. I'm getting notifications that people are signing up already. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so we are in there coaching. It's literally a community, and you get 2 live Q&As with us. So the thing about it is, after the live challenge, we actually have Anthony on there. Hey, Anthony. These are testimonials from people who are in the membership, but also people who have taken other classes that we have or worked with us in some capacity. We really genuinely love what we do. Okay. A lot of people just don't know what to do with all of the moving pieces that they have, or you're always upgrading or updating or adding or tweaking or investing in your set or setup or show. Even when it comes to your consistency and your time, we want to help you to accomplish that. We want to get you on your feet and recording. And what better way than to do that with a community? So it's a 5-day live challenge, but on top of that, there are 3 dedicated Q&A calls throughout that specific week. Also, if you're currently in the Spotlight Studio, you don't have to rejoin. You get this. This is a bonus for you, right? So if you're in there, that might happen for you as well. So I want you to keep that in mind. You get 100 plus live streaming topics, so you never have to guess what to talk about. You also get a live streaming tracker so that you can track, and I'll show you guys in there how I've tracked as well. So I would love to have you in the Go Live and Grow Challenge. But the beautiful thing is you have that support after. Like I said before, we do 2 live Q&A calls per month. You don't have to pay extra for that if you sign up now. So please remember that. Of course, I always drop behind the scenes. If you ever want to know the real down and dirty behind the scenes of what I do, you get access to it. I'm always showing you guys my studio, things I'm using, tools that make my progress so much more simple. So as you click on the page, you will see all of this as well. So I want to remind you guys of that. And if you're ready to join us, we would love to have you. So I don't want to keep going through this page and showing you all the different things, but also just wanted to make sure that I answered any questions that you guys have that I'm seeing popping up. While I answer some questions, what I will do is I'm going to show you what the inside of the studio looks like. So just for some context, we also have an app, guys. So if you are in Spotlight, you have an app and you can literally log onto the app and get access to everything as well. Right. So that is something that I'm so proud of, this app and the building of the app. So you're able to see everything in there. We have a community that we're always commenting in and chatting in, and I'll show you guys the behind the scenes of that. So let me jump on. So this is our community. So if you're in Spotlight, you'll be seeing all of the things that go on in the community. Will we have access to content after the challenge? Yes, Lavita. So you'll have access to a content library after the challenge. You'll have access to the content of the challenge itself after the challenge. Yes, I'm doing things differently from what you see other people doing. So in our community, there's always updates. Let me see. Are you guys seeing my screen? Hopefully you are. Hold on, y'all. Are you guys seeing my screen? Can you let me know in the comments? Or Rio, can you let me know if you're seeing yes, I think you are. Never mind. So hold on. Are you seeing the screen moving though? No, probably not. Because I'm not seeing it moving. Okay, let me see, guys. Let's try that again. Technical difficulties, right? Which I'm glad that this is happening for me because it's just also showing you guys like, yes, it's moving. Okay, gotcha. Thank you guys. I told you this is your show. So in here, I always have, things that I'm sharing that I don't share on the front end. We're always in there communicating and chatting. You get access to the calls. My assistant Sarah will let you know when the calls are happening. There's always something going on. I think on this day, I don't know what we were talking about. I'm seeing you guys signing up. Thank you so much. I can't wait to welcome you in. But yeah, so there's so much happening here behind the scenes. And so I spend so much time in the community. I also want to show you guys the catalog, right? So this is, let me just make sure too. So if you filter through, you can filter through Spotlight, right? And so, like I said, we go live in there twice a month where we answer all of your questions. Welcome, Kaniqua. Right? So you'll see registration for all of our live calls. And yes, you get access for that price, which is crazy. But you also get access to content that we have preloaded in here. We have micro trainings preloaded in here as well. You get all the behind the scenes. Let me see if I can click on this video for you guys. So this is literally me behind the scenes. And when I say it's like this, like I walk you through so many things that, we have going on in here. But also there are more technical behind the scenes where I am literally moving around. So for example, this one is a more down and dirty behind the scenes. Hey guys. Okay, so right, where I'm really taking you on the back end. Like things I wouldn't share on YouTube, I share them in here. So if you've been wondering, Zaylee, like what does it look like behind the scenes, that is what it looks like. But anyway, And there's so much more content in there. But what I really want to touch on is the fact that you get access to this challenge, this live challenge, and you get access to all of those things. And it's just yearly, right? So imagine jumping in and you're getting access to all of those things. Let me see. Carolyn said, I can't remember which program I took, but I really enjoyed the coaching and support. And if you know, you know, if you've taken any of my programs, we pour, okay? Kaniqua, welcome. Like I said, I'm literally getting notifications over on my iPad with you guys signing up. Carolyn said, your course changed my life. Carolyn, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Hey, Julene. Oh, you're speaking to Levita. I loved your previous video. Listen, Levita is a giant. Okay. She's a goat and we love her. We love having her as part of the ecosystem. But yeah, if you guys don't have any more questions, I can jump off. Nicole, hey Nicole. Nicole said the value and resources are amazing. I love Spotlight. Nicole, we appreciate you so much. Staley and Rio got me together with all of the equipment I've collected, sorry, and what I actually need. Yes, and as you jump in, you'll see conversations happening already where we're guiding people through actual. We do it live as well. So we literally build your studio live with you, like what you need, where you need to put your lighting, what you need to shift and change. And we do it in the form of a live call. We love it. And so you get access to both of us because, you know, we both love this. My husband is way more technical, and so he'll be able to help you get everything all the way together. Nicole, we appreciate you so much. So much. But yeah, y'all, if you have any questions, please let us know. You can always DM me over on Instagram. Carolyn said, my entire life setup is owed to you, but I'm still signing up because I just need to be in this fair. Carolyn, it's so good to have you here. I appreciate you so much. I'm so grateful for you. And thank you for sharing your past experience. Those things make, you know, they really matter. So I'm really grateful for you and cannot wait to serve you inside of Spotlight. All right, guys. Well, I'm about to get off. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. The link is pinned and it's also in the video description. If you have any questions at all, please let us know. We cannot wait to work with you. Imagine going live with a community of people who have the same goals as you, where you can get that support, you can ask questions, and you also have support moving past that. And yes, shout out to the hubby too. We cannot wait to work with you, Legacy and Lens. We appreciate you so much. Guys, I will see you soon. P.S. Go check out the video I dropped on the channel today. It is all about the 3 platforms that I've used personally. And I shared, you know, just a good walkthrough of the one that does the most. And I want to hear from you. And if you've watched it already, guys, I want to hear from you, your thoughts under the video. I would appreciate if you leave me a comment. Thank you, y'all. Love you guys. And I will talk to you soon. We will be live again. And yes, this is the launch of my live show again. So turn your notifications on so you never miss when I am live. Oh my gosh, Darcel, we would love to have you. Appreciate everyone who attended. Go back and watch day 1 and day 2. We'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.